Good morning. Vice-Chancellor, esteemed guests, fellow graduates, parents, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to the Academic Board of the University of Law for this award in recognition for my work leading the Bar Council this year, as well as the work that I've done over the years in relation to equality, diversity and inclusion within the law. What a lovely occasion. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. Congratulations to all today's graduates. You've come a long way to get to this finish line, and what a fantastic achievement. I offer you my warmest congratulations and every success in the future. You know, this really is a pinch me moment. As a shy and quiet young girl, I loved learning and devoured books, which meant I had a head full of dreams of the future. At the start of this year, I told myself, however much I plan, like every other chair of the Bar Council before me, there will be curveballs. I didn't expect them to be as happy as this curveball, a life opportunity and an honour beyond even that little girl's wildest dreams. It is so good to be a part of this celebration of academic excellence, an occasion where we pause, reflect, and take stock of the path so far. And today, my reflections take me back to being called to the bar in October 1990. I didn't fit the stereotype on paper, fair or unfair. I wasn't a man, I wasn't white, I hadn't been to Oxbridge. I'd studied law, as you've just heard, at the University of Hull. I lacked parents who had resources. And last but definitely not least, I had not a single connection to the bar. But you know, I backed myself. I felt resilient and adaptable and was prepared to work hard and seize opportunities when they came along, always with a boldness fueled by the words of Martin Luther King Jr. when he said, "The critical importance of a deep belief in your own dignity, your worth, and your own somebodyness." I felt I was somebody, and I wanted to make something of myself, always driven by the fact that if I got there, here, I would show what was possible. And standing in front of you all today, receiving this fantastic recognition, is testament to that. I learned many things along the way, but three stand out to me and made a real difference over the years. First of all, very early on, I learned the importance of actively planning a career. So have a plan and aim high. I encourage all of you to allow yourselves to dream what may sometimes feel the impossible dream, and then set an intention from the very beginning to fearlessly pursue it. Secondly, I learnt that my physical and mental health must be a priority, not something that I went to in crisis. I have come to see my well-being as important, a skill that had to be woven into practice at the bar in order to thrive. So please, as you go on, look after yourselves. Finally, I owe a debt of gratitude to those allies and champions from across the sector who shone a light on me, who told me I belonged, who helped me to see what I could become, and also provided opportunities so that it was impossible not to thrive. So please don't go it alone. Find your tribe. My involvement with the Bar Council started in the mid-1990s. But from 2018 onwards, my single focus was equality, diversity, inclusion, and social mobility in the profession. First as the Family Bar's representative, and then as an elected member of the council. And between 2020 and 2023, I was co-chair of the Bar Council's Race Working Group and delivered the Snapshot of Race at the Bar report in 2021. In the 35 years I've been a barrister, diversity in the law has changed and improved. a Lady Chief Justice, a Lord Chancellor, Attorney Generals, Directors of Public Prosecution, judges in the High Court, silks of incredible reputation, all posts that have been held by women. So I can say with strong voice that we as women can do, and we do, and are extraordinary lawyers. Closer to home, I'm pleased to tell you that as chair of the Bar Council this year, I'm privileged to serve with a vice chair who is a woman and a treasurer who is also a woman, making it the first time in Bar Council's history that all three of its office holders are women. But those successes do not tell the whole story, because we still have much work to do to tackle the retention and progression of women and people of colour. And an issue that I'm particularly focused on this year is the disparity in the earnings between men and women at the bar. When the International Women's Day movement started in early 1900s, a central theme for those women was equal pay for equal work. In November 2023, the Bar Council published its report on gross earnings by sex and practice area. The key findings are challenging and include the fact that in every core band and in every area of practice, men's median gross earnings remain higher than women's. That disparity in gross earnings between sexes is present not because we leave to have children, but from the very start of our careers and continue to increase. And the gap is at its sharpest and highest between 11 and 15 years core. The Bar Council has developed policy work and tools with the expectation that this will support and encourage the profession to take evidence-based action at a practice and chambers level to tackle this structural disadvantage. And I'm pleased to tell you that the signs are that this work is beginning to have an impact, and many chambers are now using the models we've provided to better understand who's thriving and who needs more support. But most importantly, and what I'm particularly proud of, is the fact that the conversations at the bar has now changed from, is there a problem with the disparity, to what are the most effective solutions. So we've come far. But for me, as long as the cries of our sisters in the early 1900s for equal pay for the equal work that they did, we remain with work to do for as long as our cries are the same. I have only reached here and up for further challenge because I was fortunate enough to have an incredible family, many friends, colleagues, clerks, solicitors, fellow barristers, judges, and more latterly, the staff and members of the Bar Council, all of them allies who held me up and encouraged me when it all felt too much, and celebrated the highs with me when there were celebrations to have. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute privilege to be a part of this community that lives and breathes this intention to inspire, uplift, value, and educate the next generation. I am humbled and moved as I accept this honorary doctorate degree, which symbolizes a significant milestone in my career, and it is a testament to our shared values and commitment to further education. It is also for me a call to arms not to get complacent, but to continue to welcome, nurture, and champion the next generation of aspiring barristers and stand against discrimination in all of its forms. I would like to thank the faculty, the staff, and students for my honorary degree. But I would also like to pay tribute to my courageous 23-year-old self for ignoring those who said black women who went to Hull University could not make it at the bar, for having the audacity to boldly try new things and being prepared to do whatever it took to push past discomfort, to stay in the profession and then thrive. Finally, the award reminds me that for those of us who come from the outside, who are given the title leader, we don't just carry a message of hope, opportunity, and possibility. We are the message. And my message to all of you as you go forward into the future is to live by the challenge set for us by the late, great Desmond Tutu when he said, "If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor." I accept this incredible award on behalf of all those of us who were not prepared to stay neutral, who dared to believe that there was something about us that could rise above our circumstances. So to the past, I say thank you for the experiences, the lessons I've learned, and the overall ride. Dear future, I am ready for the next chapter. Thank you.